it's been a long time coming. I've been working on the sidelines, but I've got the LS actually going. It's running. I did get a new hood. It was a Christmas gift. But she is getting further. I do moderately have a little bit done. I do got to put my OBD2 port back in. But give me a few seconds. I'll show you the swap and how far I've got and what's going on. Alright. Obviously, I went ahead and took the stock gas tank out. Went with an 8-gallon fuel cell. It's just a jazz fuel cell from like Summit or might have been Jegs. I'm not sure. Basically took out the old battery tank. Obviously, it was big, bulky. Didn't need it, but whatever. To run my actual big fuel pump I got, it's way easier to run a different tank. I went with an Aeromotive A1000. I ran all the lines, everything plumbed in, everything wired up. Everything's fused and relayed, so should be pretty good. I did run it on nitrous, like I told everybody I wasn't real sure. Nitrous was simple. I had a Zex nitrous kit. It only gave me like 125 shot of nitrous, but just to play around with, that's more than fun to play with. I do got the fuel pump all relayed, like I said, and everything's wired and to switches and stuff. I did wind up using, you can tell, I went with my old Mustang shifter. It all still functions how it should. I just got a little cheap switch panel from eBay. It was like 20 bucks with the switches and relay, so you can't go wrong. But yeah, the actual shifter functions how it should, so it barely, like, you get to almost barely get it down there, but for right now, it'll definitely work. I mean, I'd have the car running dry before I get too crazy. Don't always spend all the money before you need to spend the money. Alright, if y'all don't remember, it is a little Chevy 5.3 out of like a Silverado. I went ahead and got like a little aftermarket harness, got it all wired up. I have got it to run, but I'm having like a fuel issue, so hopefully by later today, maybe this week, I'll have a little bit more done and I at least like to let it drive around the yard. I do get a drive shaft made, but I'll at least make it move. You can't tell, I did go with the actual Mustang radiator. And I put a Civic fan in there, so you wonder what it was. It's an actual Civic fan. I'm cheap. If you ain't got to spend the money, why spend the money? For your actual steam port on the LS, I went with an actual adapter piece. It was 15 bucks off eBay. It just basically goes in your actual coolant line and your steam port basically hooks to it. So that was a simple way versus buying an expensive radiator. So for a free radiator, definitely works. Give me a few seconds. I'm going to hook the battery charger up because the battery's definitely dead by now. Alright, I got the battery charger hooked up. She is pretty dead. That's on rapid charge, so that's on regular charge. So I'm going to give it a few hours, let it charge up. I'll come back outside and hopefully get it running for y'all. Alright, while I'm letting the battery charge, I went ahead and got my little cheap OBD2 thing hooked up. It's basically some Conway or some kind of crap. Basically, it hooks down to my OBD2 port I have. So, I think it was like $60 or 50 bucks. I can't quite be sure. But, mine really just hit the wire. But it'll let me know my RPMs, my speed, the voltage, and temp, and pretty much whatever I need. I'm not sure if the gauges in the car will work, so for something cheap, it should be fine. Let's try to see if we can get her fired up. You come in here, turn the power switch on. Oh, so that'll come on. They turn the neutral safety switch off or on. Fuel pump. I'm just let it prime for a second. Come out here. Spray a little starter fluid, get it started. A little bit of starter fluid in the throttle body. Hopefully it'll fire up. It does have no O2 or stuff, so it might not run too good. Oh, come on, bitch. At least it does start. I believe the fuel regulator's bad. It's one of them cheap China ones that's supposed to set it to 56 pounds or something. Pretty sure I'm just going to go ahead and get an adjustable fuel regulator. That way it has a gauge. You can actually adjust it more or less. That one is just whatever it is where it is, and you can't check it or nothing. So, let me play this a couple more seconds. I'll be right back. Alright, round 2. The fuel pump definitely works good. It has a real high pressure fuel pump. I'm guessing the regulator's no good, or the fuel line ain't big enough, or some of them lines. Because everything will fire up, it'll start. It's not real hard to start, just I don't want to stay started. So it's more likely something I'm overlooking or something stupid. It could be something clogged in my fuel line for all I know. But I have pulled the fuel lines off and bled them out. They do flow pretty good. I'm not sure. I could have a bad injector. I could have the O2 sensors ain't hooked up and the NOx sensors ain't hooked up. So the map sensor or could be anything random. And let's go with round 3. I still say it's either flooding it or it's not enough fuel. The gauges are picking up, so at least you know how to juice. Like I said, there has to be something. I'm not 100% sure. I merged the LS swap into my Foxbody, so it's probably something stupid I'm overlooking. Could be the computer I got from eBay or whoever tuned the computer or deleted the VATs or whatever it's called for the security system. I guess give me a few minutes. I'm going to think about it and I'll come right back. So let me give it gas. It wants to die. Might not have, what's it, the mesh airflow or something. Usually when you unhook it on the Chevys, it doesn't matter, but could be a vacuum leak or it could be something else. Well, at least I can say it runs now. Probably gonna end this here. At least I can say the car actually runs. That's been a long time coming. No, I've been waiting for it. Hopefully next time I can figure out what's wrong with it, and guess we'll go from there. Have a good day, guys. Alright, in case y'all wonder, I did name this car the Sketchy Fox. There's a long story behind it, but I'll kind of give y'all the short story. Got a car real cheap from a guy who couldn't get a title. I wound up getting the title for it. But that ain't the good reason. First time we drove it, we went for a ride, went down the road, got on the gas, floored it. I fell in the back seat. The driver's seat broke in half. Wanted to make a left-hand turn. My girlfriend almost fell out the passenger door because the passenger seat wasn't even attached to nothing. There's probably 100 things, but that kind of led to this name. So you're kind of wondering, is the Sketchy Fox? And it definitely proved his name. Alright, guys. Have a good day. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Have a good day.